Cancer, I'm just getting ready for your reading and the messages are coming through. Like I haven't even meditated, but it's like right here, your message. And there's an empire of thieves. Well, I just heard an empire of thieves. Not that there is, just an empire of thieves. Okay. And then I asked Spirit, well, what is this all about? And I got bullet points. Okay. That's it. That's all I got for you. And then I felt guided to turn on the camera right away and get in. I haven't even like set up the cards or anything, because it feels like something needs to happen quickly or something is moving quickly. This is why you need to do bullet points with something. I don't know who the Empire of Thieves are and if you're in it or you're not in it, but it feels like maybe you need to list off some things. You need to make some bullet point notes to yourself. Okay, there could be a lot of extraneous information that you need to distill down into what really matters. Like somebody's talking a lot of stuff, and a lot of it doesn't really matter, but there's one key point in there that you need to hear. This could be in a conversation, in an argument, or maybe this is in a positive sense for you. It could be like you're seeking out information on something, and there's a lot, and I'm seeing a magazine here with words everywhere with like a story or something, but there's just like one key piece of information in there, and that's all that's important. Bullet points. And there's also something about like having a log or a journal or something that you can go back to and reference. You can see the bullet points like, oh yeah, that happened, or oh yeah, that was important. An Empire of Thieves. It feels like it's almost like this list you do of bullet points helps you understand what's being stolen and how. Okay, so I'm very curious to get into your reading, Cancer. What's going on with you? Let's pull out a card and see what the theme of the reading is. Let me just get a little bit tidier here. Maybe something needs to be cleared up here. Okay, there's a clearing up of energy. Okay, I'm using the Season of the Witch Mabon Oracle. Okay, let's see. What is this reading about for Cancer? What's going on, Spirit? What's happening? I just got what's happening in the dark. Pumpkin spice and apple cider. Nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. Okay, so there's a message to be present and to be in the moment. There's something about going back to a moment. You ever get that experience where you look at a photograph of yourself, maybe, and you remember that day clearly? You know exactly where you were when that photo was taken. You know exactly what you were feeling, what you were thinking, everything that happened. And then other days are, a wash, right? Like you just don't remember them because you didn't document them. Oh, this is interesting. Bullet points. Nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. I feel like this is a very beautiful and positive card. Pumpkin spice and apple cider sounds like a cozy time. Maybe there's some reflection you need to do. Go through some memorabilia or something nostalgic, an old journal, a diary, something in a shoebox. There's something that you could look at, and it's like you remember something important. This could also be what was stolen from you. The letter E could be important for some of you. A memory or something like that. Something you hold dear to yourself. And it could be stolen in a literal sense or maybe just energetically you feel. Look at this picture some more. Yeah, it's as if you're looking at yourself in this house. It's like another dimension. It feels like you're in this house, but looking at yourself in this house is very trippy. Okay, let's see what else comes through. Also, if you are going through something right now, there's a need to document it in some way. Grieving. 19. The chambers of your mourning are surrounded by nothingness, emptiness, waiting to be seen. Yeah, you need to document something, okay? And this could be for healing intentions and healing purposes for your future self, right? Think about your future self too, your other dimensional self. Leave something for yourself to look back on, to remember this time, even if it's hard. This is part of magic and transmutation of energies. I'm hearing and angels. I don't know. I heard angels. Grieving. Okay. An empire of thieves. You're grieving something that you lost, something that was stolen from you. Could feel like it's even like my childhood was stolen from me, or my 30s were stolen from me, or my 40s, or I don't know what it is. My future is being stolen from me. There's something you need to write down, bullet points, document, photograph even, go through. Links. Oh, and if you don't believe me about leaving something for your future self, then why don't you go back and look at what your past self left for you now? Okay, go back to something that you left for yourself for the now and see what happens to your energy now. Do the same thing for your future self. Okay, we have links. Invisibility and revelation, right? It's like there's something happening that you can't quite see yet. Like you're healing, you're supporting your future self by doing something now. It's invisible to you how that's happening, but it's going to create a revelation in the future for you. Ooh, Cancer. This is powerful stuff. It could even be related to past life stuff and empire. And I was getting something about Ottoman Empire, but I didn't know if that was just my association with the word empire, so I didn't write it down. It could be past life stuff, like you're reclaiming something here for yourself, something that was stolen. An empire of thieves, though, not just one. Family and stability. Koala. Okay, let's get in further. What am I using here? So many options. Okay, let's use these. Let's see the energy that is supporting you, Cancer. The links. Wild cat. Stealth, too. You're safe, okay? I feel like the pumpkin spice and apple cider is telling you that. You're cozy, you're safe. Like, now's the right time to do this. I wish I could explain this feeling better. Abundance for what's supporting you. Amazing. So yeah, it's like this, it's kind of a mixed feeling, and it's kind of trippy because the pumpkin spice and apple cider is resonating with the card abundance. Like it feels good. It feels good to be in this scene. Like it feels homey. It feels warm. It feels like you all have your creature comforts. Okay. But there's this like looking out, this nostalgia, and I'm seeing a fox in the background. There's this thing about like slyness and grief that is also happening at the same time. It's complicated. It's complex, your energy right now. Tell me a little bit more about abundance for the support. Connect. You're connecting some dots here. Yes, connecting past, present, future selves. You're reconnecting with yourself, or you're connecting for the first time with a part of yourself, and it's bringing you a lot of abundance. This speaking to other timelines of yourself is really helping you. It's like you're creating a map for yourself, or you're tracing something, tracking something for yourself so it can't be stolen. And this could all be metaphorical, right? So, take this reading where you need it to go. You're connecting with abundance is the basic message. But how you're doing it is really something. Okay, it's really something. And you're doing it through a difficult time with grief. It's not like you're just la-ti-da. No, you're experiencing some pain here. The chambers of your mourning are surrounded by nothingness, emptiness, waiting to be seen. And that caption on the card kind of feels like it goes with this too. Because there's a sense of like being alone or emptiness, but you're not alone. You're with all of yourself, your whole self on all timelines. You're with spirit. And something is waiting to be seen. Now, whatever you do in the present moment to speak to your future self, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to wait to the future in order to see the results of what you're going to do now. It will shift your energy in the now too, because you're already connected to your future self. You get what I'm saying? If you don't, it's okay. It's one of those readings though. Connecting to the abundance matrix, but it's kind of in an invisible way. There's a revelation you're having about yourself, about something. What are these bullet points? Breathe. The bullet points, breathe. Tell me more. Breathe what? What's going on here? Seek. Seek, breathe. There's a gentle movement here that Spirit's encouraging you to do. This could be literally, or it could be your ambition and what you're going after. There's something about taking it, like being gentle with how you move towards it. There's something effortless here that you can step into, an energy of effortlessness to connect with this abundance. Okay? Some of you might want to also write as if you are your future self writing to your present self. Yeah. And when you do, write what timeline you want to step into existence. Write it, actually, okay? Union, yes, right, exactly. Because then this ties you to that manifestation that you're seeking, okay? So imagine you're your future self and you're telling your past self, you know, which is actually your present self, what's going to happen, how life is going to be, how you feel, what's going on. Make sure the feeling is in there. I feel free. I feel safe. I feel abundant. There's like you have all the comforts around you. There's lots of opportunities coming in. Sometimes you think about this, but it's not really that hard as it used to be. You know, whatever it is that you're wanting to happen for the future, write it as if it's happened to your present self. This creates a union with these timelines. Whoa, this is so cool. Okay, let's see what the challenge is. You're the crab. You can move in so many different directions, right? Maybe there's even, if you want to get real esoteric with it, there could even be an adjacent, like, present self, another dimensional self that you could tap into that is on a different timeline, that has some wisdom for you, or you to it. Birth. Whoa. This is, birth is the challenge. Okay, let me get more on this. I hope not literally, but you have abundance in your, seek again. Birth and seek. Well, what is it that you want to bring into this world for yourself? What is it that you are seeking when you look out this window? What is it that you see, and what is it that you're seeking? Well, let's ask those questions. What is it that Cancer is seeking? Okay, I'm going to use these cards. What is it that Cancer is seeking? What is it? Separate. Well, you want to separate yourself from a timeline. Separate yourself from this big mass, this big block here. Okay. And what is it? Did I say what is it you're seeking? I think so. What is it you're seeing? Maybe they're the same thing. Phenomenon. I feel like those are things you need to get clear on with yourself. What is it that you're seeing about yourself right now? And I know I'm asking more questions than giving answers possibly, but that's sometimes the best thing we need. Someone to pose the question, because the answers are within you. Okay, so what are you seeing about yourself right now? Bullet points. Yes. What are you seeing about yourself? Write it down. Bullet points. I see myself being very productive. I see myself being drained. I see myself not enforcing my boundaries. I see myself bringing in a lot of abundance. Like real things that are happening, not what you want. What are you seeing right now? And then beside that bullet point list, what is it that you are seeking? This is how you stop the empire of thieves from stealing what's yours. Okay? Oh, this is so cool. I'm seeing like a mesh net. You know, it's like you throw the net over something and it's like it's protected. Okay. I'm going to watch this reading back and I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do this too. Because I feel like you're getting a lot of instructions here. Now, it takes some effort, right? Sometimes some of us just want to sit on the couch and zone out to a reading, which you can. But I feel like this would be an interesting thing to do, and it is connected to abundance. Okay, let's see. My Venus is in Cancer, so I'm doing it. Okay, let's see. Cancer, what's going on? Now, we're not really talking about the grief, which is interesting. Let's see what the tarot has to say. I'm using the runic tarot. I also use the Untamed Spirit Animal Oracle, the Illuminated Earth Oracle, Poesis Oracle, and I think that's it. Okay, let's see. Ace of Pentacles for your energy. You are in a portal. You are in a portal of making things happen. You're not about to go in a portal. You didn't go through a portal. You're in it. Okay? Like it's not coming. It hasn't gone. It's here. The present. Right? Presence. The joy of belonging in your presence. Which I know they're talking about the presence of someone, but this someone is you. Someone is you. Yeah. You belong in the presence of yourself here. So maybe you're feeling uncomfortable with yourself lately. Like you're not feeling like yourself, or you're not feeling like you are who you want to be or who you should be. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to say a few things before I get to where they are in the spread. I'm jumping ahead. You have to put your needs over and above others in this moment. Okay, it's someone else, or it could just be collective energies. With the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups, they are confusing. They don't really know what they need. Maybe they don't really know who they are. They could be sending mixed signals. It's kind of like uncomfortable, annoying, and depleting. Okay? And I'm not saying it's malicious. It's just a lot of energy that is not your own. Because your advice here is the Queen of Cups, and your back is to this King of Cups. and all his confusion and choices and options. And he's got his hand up saying like, hey, Cancer, can you help me decide, or what are we going to do? But you have your back to that and you're thinking about other things. Okay. And change the genders as you need to. I'm just saying it this way because your advice came out as the Queen. So I'm taking this as you. Okay. So the Pentacle, Ace of Pentacles for your overall energy. Let's see. You're ready for something new. Yes, you are. Five of Wands. Ooh, you're tired of this, being bound up, ridiculed even, maybe judged, or just feeling trapped. It's like feeling like things are coming at you from all angles, and you're not liking it. The Empire of Thieves. And it's like it's gone beyond thievery, right? Like it's like now it's crossing some other line, I feel, this energy. What is this energy? Is it yourself or is it someone else? Nine of Cups. Well, I will say, even if it is someone else, what you feel is stolen is some kind of dream or manifestation, some happiness that you worked hard for. Okay. So there's conflict here, competition even for this Ace of Pentacles. But something is yours for sure. Okay. The Six of Cups for what you don't see coming. Your past self. Your past self is coming and you don't see it. Okay. What are you doing here? Your past self. Yeah, I feel like you should go look at, even if it's like an old receipt you find from like years ago, or a piece of clothing you used to wear. It doesn't matter if it fits you now or not. There's something nostalgic. There's something that has a memory imprinted on it that connects you with your past self. And I feel like there's something also that you left yourself intentionally, like a time capsule kind of vibe, right? Not literally, but like you wrote something to yourself or you made a mental note to yourself. Okay. There's something there coming. You don't see it coming. So let's see. What is your past self doing here? Now, this could just be the past in general you don't see coming. Someone from the past, perhaps. Nine of Wands, resilience. Yeah, I love it. Cancer. Your past self is reminding you how resilient you are. And you are. Think back to what you've gone through. You're definitely grieving and gone through something. Okay, and you might be in the throes of it. But you're resilient. That's a fact. Because you're still here. Okay? So what you don't see coming is your past resilience, I'm hearing a snap, is being activated. Ooh, I like this. Invisibility and revelation. Now, the Nine of Wands is also a card of needing to set boundaries and to protect yourself. But I love this Nine of Wands in this deck because it really does give me the vibe of somebody looking down at their life and all their energy and all the things they've put their time and energy into and what they've built for themselves and all the hard work it took. And remembering, I'm still that person. That's still me. And sometimes things can happen in our life that disconnect us from some of our core traits, our soul traits, like our resilience. But it's still there, okay? Yeah, and maybe this is even like your past self looking out at where you are now saying, come on over and have some pumpkin spice and apple cider. I love this cozy reading. Okay, let's see. The High Priestess for your opportunity. This is the Lynx energy. This is your psychic powers. This is your quiet revelation, your intuition, your connection to the grief that you've already experienced and that has given you a lot of wisdom. The High Priestess goes into the underworld and learns a lot there. And your opportunity is to remember that. It's not, I don't feel the message coming through that you need to let's see. The message is that you need to remember your resilience, not necessarily what you went through. How do I say that? It's not about like, yeah, it's just about the core feeling, the core trait of resilience I'm getting, not the actual experience. Yeah, the moon. It's about the feeling, the Seven of Swords. So don't, I feel like Spirit's saying the message is not to go back and revisit difficult times and all of their gory details and their agony and all of that stuff. And then think about, well, you saw this person lying and you caught them deceiving and therefore you're able to do it again. It's not that energy. The energy is more like, wow, did that person or that situation really put me through the ringer? I remember that. And I remember how even though things were scary and unknown and it was a battle of light and dark, maybe good and evil, it was a battle. I was still able to pull through, to get away from something, to separate from something, to rebuild. And this could be way back in childhood, maybe, or maybe it was more recently. This experience that you went through helped structure, I'm hearing, your intuition and the way you use it. So don't forget it. The feeling of resilience, okay? I hope I'm explaining that right. Your opportunity, the High Priestess and the Moon. Let's get some clarification on that, because that can be a little dark. Queen of Swords, okay. Ten of Pentacles. There ain't no stopping you, Cancer. Even if you feel like you can't get up right now, there's no stopping you. Yeah. There's a determination to cut through the dark. You're definitely saying something like it is. That's your opportunity. You're not cool to sit there like this. You're going to cut yourself free, and you might do it coldly. But there's truth in what you're doing and how you're doing it. Some of you have an intuition about something, and you're right. Okay? You might prove it to yourself, or you might not. But you know what you know. Okay? Can I get anything else on that? I mean, that's pretty general. Page of Cups. Well, it goes back to this invisibility and revelation. It's like you just know. High Priestess, Moon, and Queen of Swords. Like you can't exactly explain it, but you know it. And I feel like what you know is maybe difficult, but it also opens a new door for you. Okay, the challenge, Cancer, is the Hierophant. And this is like confirming what you know. So that could be a challenge because you might have a hard time doing that. This could be a lack of support. If you are grieving something, maybe you need some support, some guidance at this time. So let's see, what is this Hierophant here doing as the challenge? Yeah, and this reading has been like very energy, like we're doing some energy work, connecting timelines, etc. The Hierophant is more of a traditional card, like maybe even veering into religious, or just maybe more conventional ways of looking at abundance and manifestation, or just growth or faith. And because this reading is coming through so cool, perhaps it's time to think outside the box of what you already know and follow that High Priestess intuition that is telling you how you work and who you are and what you can do, rather than leaning so much into conventional wisdom that's been taught to you by others. Okay? Let's see, what else is the Hierophant? This could be what you need to separate from. Maybe it's like a cult-like mentality somewhere. Knight of Swords. Well, you ain't going quietly. Cancer. You're really not. Or you're maybe tempted to not go quietly. Yeah, even this grief looks like I'm not going to shut up about it. Okay. Why is that a challenge though? Sometimes that's a good thing. You need to do that. But why is this a challenge? You want to cut something down. You want to prove someone wrong. You want to say the thing that hurts. What's going on here? Seven of Swords. Well, you've been betrayed. Okay, so that's a natural reaction to protect yourself and to reclaim yourself from this situation in which you lost yourself. Okay? Could even be an institution that's been corrupt. Yeah, there's whistleblower energy here too. But I feel like, is it non-action that Cancer is supposed to take? Like, what are they supposed to do? Ace of Cups. Why did I do that? Queen of Wands, because I feel like maybe you don't want to do that. Well, when I first saw the Ace of Cups, I was getting refocus your energy, which was a similar message that Gemini had. Back to the potential, back to what you can connect with your abundance. The reading has taken a little bit of a turn. Now we're into the energy of the Empire of the Thieves, and we're trying to figure out how to defeat them or what to do about that. But there's a message here that careful of how you choose to take down this empire, energetically, emotionally, psychologically, actually, because something else might get stolen in the process, this Ace of Cups, this potential for something. In other words, don't give something more energy than it deserves. If you're grieving, like you're really in the throes of grief, be kind to yourself, but also try, if you can, to spend half an hour each day or more, it might build over time, to trying something new, a new piece of food you've never a new food you've never tried, wear a piece of clothing you've never worn, do your hair a new way, open the window in a different way. I don't know what that is, but maybe that's symbolic. Like put the cutlery away different. Like it's something, it doesn't have to be a massive leap of faith that you're taking to try something new. It can, if you're feeling up to it. You can go take a class, you can drive a new route to work, you can, do something out of the ordinary. But there's some small little change that needs to happen. I don't know what this is going to do exactly, but it's the advice, the Chariot. Well, it's going to move you forward. There's some kind of cycle that's happening. It's routine, it's repetitive, and it's not breaking the cycle of grief here, the wheel, right? You need to seek outside of that routine, just for a little bit of a change, which switches the energy up. Okay, Cancer, let's see. Queen of Cups for your advice. That's focusing on yourself. And she's looking right over here at all of this. So she has her back to the King of Cups and everything that's going on here with the King of Cups, focusing on this deception and this betrayal and what's gone on over here. So a couple things are happening. One is someone's trying to tell you something, and it's very maybe confusing, or it requires further investigation, but you're not listening to it because your attention is elsewhere. Your attention is on deception and cutting through that and disrupting convention in some way. That something has to keep, I don't know, you're doing something here, okay? The other message that I'm seeing, and you're really going to have to decide what resonates with you, is that it's the same message. It's just a different way of looking at it. One is like, is it the proper thing to ignore the King of Cups and all of this stuff with the Seven of Cups? Is it better for you to focus on this? Or would it be better if you turned around and looked at this. Maybe you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place here, because I don't know. I don't feel like either one of them is a good solution. So let's get more on the Queen of Cups. Because it feels like no matter which way you turn, there's something you got to deal with here. Okay, so let's see. What are you supposed to do? Yeah, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? That's the question again. What are you focusing on? 8 of Wands. That's movement, communication. 9 of Swords, Judgment, 2 of Swords, and 4 of Swords. Some of you are working on, and it's a good thing, accepting some of the decisions you made rather than thinking of what could have been. Okay? You could be, yeah, the grief could be like, you could have had this life, but you didn't. You've made some decisions, and you need to sit with that and be okay with it. Accept it. You can't change something here. You can change many things though, but not this, whatever this is, the 9 of Swords. Something that was very difficult. You can't change what happened. Not in this one. So there's something about accepting it and finding a way to move forward. There's a difficult awakening. And some of you are faced with a choice. I mean, we all are, but this one's obvious to you. And you know it's going to be difficult going forward. You know it. You know you're choosing the hard path in some ways, some of you. And again, there's something about accepting that. Because you're doing it, the Emperor, this just flew out and was landing face down over there. The Emperor, because you're doing it for a reason, and it's to empower yourself. You're taking back control, you're reclaiming yourself. But there's something you're deciding to do that makes you have to look at difficult things or have to face some difficult truths, make some hard decisions. Any other advice I can get? Let's get one of these cards for advice. I'm also going to do an extended. In the extended, I go a layer deeper. We see what's underneath this. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you don't like that idea, you can't go to an extended, you don't want to, then trust that Spirit already knew that and gave you what you needed to hear here, right here. Okay, let's see. Can I get some clear advice for Cancer? Guidance? What can I say? Haunted house and corn maze. Number 22, the things that haunt you are the things you have yet to let go of. Thank you. Okay, so acceptance of something. Acceptance of something, because something is haunting you. And that's not easy. I'm not saying, hey, Cancer, you just need to accept this. No, okay, it's hard. And doing some of this past, present, future stuff will help you with that. Corn maze, number 8. Although your path is unclear, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. Yeah, this is, again, the way forward you're seeing is like, oh, this is going to be difficult. You know, like, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I want to go that route. The corn maze, you don't know where it's going. It's unclear. But your faith in yourself and in your future self, you know, your future self is calling you up on the phone and saying, we're going to figure out the way. We're resilient. Don't worry. Okay? Moths might be significant to some of you. Okay, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.